What is going on, boys and girls? We are finally here. The Chelsea career mode. So, yeah, that's great news. No, that's not great news. That's awesome news. So, yeah. Anyway, as you guys saw earlier, Chelsea they have an 83 attack. So, 83 attack. So that's pretty good. And yeah. Anyway, why I chose Chelsea? You guys pretty much know that I'm a Chelsea fan. So, yeah. We have quite a lot of money to spend on the transfer market. I think it's about 46 million pounds to spend, which we can get a lot, and 250 or 75k worth of wage budget. So that's pretty good. So anyway, yeah. A lot of new players: Van Hinkel, Schürrle, Willian, Eto, Schwarzer. But as you guys will see later, I actually released Eto and Schwarzer from their contract because of the fact that I cannot sell them, because they just recently joined the club and I cannot sell them. So I just had to release them for contract, because if not, they're just going to decrease. And here you have the new career mode layout, and which is pretty cool and neat. I think it's a lot needed, and in FIFA 13 where everything's scattered all over the place. Now everything's just in one place. So yeah, I like how the easy access and everything's just there. So yeah, pretty satisfied with what EA have done. So for once, they've actually done something good, and something that I'm satisfied with. And yeah, so league objective obviously is to get first place, win the league. They want us to win the domestic cup. They want us to win the Champions League. They want us to win everything. It's Chelsea, okay? So yeah, here are the list of players who are loaned out, the list of players whom I don't want to transfer, and the list of players for loan and transfer listed. I'm sorry, but I had to just transfer list John Terry, Ashley Cole, and Frank Lampard, because they are going to decrease eventually, even though I play them extremely well, because this game is just freaking retarded. So yeah, I know he's a fan favorite. Yeah, a fan favorite, but unfortunately I have to release him. But here I have my shortlist, and I actually went to scout to Sturgeon, who's a pretty decent keeper, and I inquired about Marco Reus. Borussia Dortmund came back and asked for 42.5 million, so I was like, that's a little overpriced, but you know, it's kind of realistic. So you know what? Okay, fine. You know what? Okay, fine. I'll go with it. So I decided to offer Fernando Torres, since I'm not going to be using him, and I think I offered quite a decent amount of money along with Fernando Torres. I think about 20 plus million, just to see if Borussia Dortmund were going to accept the offer. So it's a pretty decent offer. So it's not too bad, and not too overpriced. So anyway, Borussia Dortmund accepted my bid, and I offered Royce 120,000 a week with no squad role. And here, Lewis Baker, an offer for Lewis Baker. So you guys pretty much will know that I will want to loan out my youngsters, because I will not be using them. And Marco Reus accepted my contract offer. I'm like, welcome to the team. So yeah, it's awesome that we have Marco Reus now. I'm gonna play him as a striker, in case you guys don't know. Here I get another offer from Borussia Dortmund, Michael Essien for 3.3 million, and I was like, okay, fine, you can accept him. He's gonna drop anyway, so you know what? I'll just accept him, since he's not gonna be worth much. So yeah, 400k. There's nothing much to lose, and I changed Royce's number, because Torres is gone now, so he's gonna be playing the striking role. And anyway, I get an international management email kind of thing, and I was like, okay. But honestly, the only teams that I might want to coach would be either England or Belgium, because you know, they have not won the World Cup. And I went ahead to inquire about Fabio Coentrao, because we are going to be getting rid of Ashley Cole. So you know what, I'll inquire about Coentrao. And an offer earlier for Islam Feruz, and I was like, okay, loan him out. Demba Ba from VfL Wolfsburg, and I was like, okay, I don't want him. I do not like Demba Ba. So anyway, Real Madrid came back and said they wanted 17.5 million for Coentrao, which is kind of overpriced. So I decided to offer Ashley Cole, because he is the best left back in the world in the game. So yeah. And here my scout comes back the report of to Sturgeon, and I decided to inquire about Ter Stegen. There we go. Demba Ba has been sold. Awesome. And Real Madrid come back wanting me to give 9.3 million. I was like, no, 7 million. That's a little overpriced. Here I offer Henrique Hilario. He's 37 years old. He's gonna decrease, and I won't be using him anyway. So I decided to offer, I think, 5 or 7 million. I can't really see my screen right now with Hilario. I think it's 5 or 7. I can't really remember. You guys can see. Yeah, and we get another offer for John Obi Mikel. He's worth 3.6 million, but I don't really want to sell him. But if I do, I would want a higher amount of money for him. So yeah, anyway, Real Madrid come back, and I was like, okay, fine, you know what, I'll just give you 9 million with Ashley Cole, since you want 9 million so bad. And yeah, they don't want John Obi Mikel, and we get Ter Stegen. Well, I don't get Ter Stegen. They accepted the offer for Ter Stegen, and he wants 70k, but I'm gonna use him for a squad rotation role, so I'm gonna just give him 50k, 5 years. And Real Madrid accepted my bid for Contra, which is awesome, 9 million, and I'm gonna offer him 70k, or I can't even see my screen, 60k or 70k a week with 5 years. And Ter Stegen accepts my contract, which is awesome. Now I have a secondary keeper. So yeah, I probably play Ter Stegen in my domestic cups and yeah, and whatnot, and Petacek in my Premier League and Champions League games. So we get an offer from Newcastle United for Branislav Ivanovic. I decided to counter offer and add another 500k to the previous sum they offered, and we'll see if they accept. Here we get Fabio Contra, 79 overall. He decreased by 1 compared to in FIFA 13. But that's okay, because he's still the highest potential rated player in FIFA 13. I mean in FIFA 14, so that doesn't really matter. And here since you know our DM is kind of, you know, our central defensive midfielders are kind of like bleh. So I decided to either go with Fabregas or Wilshere. So I decided to inquire about Fabregas. Although he's not really a defensive midfielder, he still can defend pretty well. So I was looking through a bunch of players to see who I might want to give up, but I didn't really want to give up anybody. So I decided to offer, I think, 21 million for Cesc Fabregas. He's still young. He can play as a center midfielder. He can play as a striker or whatnot. And but anyway, that's the end of the episode. As you guys can see, the starting lineup there. Will I go with that lineup? We'll see in the next episode. But anyway, rate the video as you please, and I'll see you guys in my next video.